Is the Canon R5 Mark II the best camera of 2025? Let's find out. My name is Andrew and this is Parts in Tech, where we review some of the world's most popular electronics, tools, and appliances. Today we're checking out the Canon R5 Mark II, who it's for, who it's not for, some of the pros, and even some of the cons and where it falls short. First impressions of the camera is the build quality is exceptional. It's a very sturdy build quality. As you can see, we've got dust covers for different items here. It feels very, very sturdy. There's nothing cheap about this build. It feels professional. It feels like a tool. It feels like a machine. It feels great. It looks great. As you can see some up close shots here. It looks great. It feels great. Everything is machined perfectly, and it's such an incredible, honestly, piece of art. When you look at it, it looks beautiful. The R5 Mark II has a 45 megapixel sensor, which delivers incredible image quality and some of the best low light performance. It has a Digic X processor, which means it operates incredibly fast. It also utilizes dual pixel CMOS autofocus 2 with deep learning, which is some of the fastest autofocus on the market. The Mark II offers 8K footage at 60 frames per second. It also has very sleek styling and great ergonomics as well. So who is this camera for? It's really for professional photographers and videographers. This is not a starter camera. This is not a beginner camera. This is not a cheap camera. This is a very expensive, very well built, very high performing camera that is great for somebody who is doing this full time or looking to get into full-time photography and videography. This is a professional camera. This camera does a very, very good job at producing high quality, high resolution images and videos. So if you want an image to be blown up on a sign, on a billboard, or a video shown on a very large screen, this camera is going to do a very good job at those things. There's a lot of different photo uses for this camera. Anything from nature to sports to portrait to weddings, anything. This camera is an absolute machine and will do a very, very good job at almost any photo scenario that you throw at it. On the video side of things, it is very similar. It does an extremely good job at producing high quality content. Some of the pros of this camera are that it is very ergonomical. It's very lightweight. It's very easy to carry around. It's not bulky. It's not hard to deal with, anything like that. The R series, the mirrorless series of Canon cameras are very lightweight and very small, frankly, but they do fit very well in the hands. They're very comfortable to use. The ergonomics are outstanding. This is the state-of-the-art Canon mirrorless camera. It does a very good job at producing high quality images and extremely high quality video as well. Some of the cons for this camera include its high price point. It is not a cheap camera. This is not a beginner camera. This is not a good camera to accidentally lose or break or anything like that. It is an expensive camera. Another one of the cons are the file sizes. Because the image quality is so high, the files are massive, which means you're going to need a larger SD card to use with your camera. Another thing is the battery life. Because you're shooting such high quality photos and video, you will go through batteries. So if you only have one battery, which is what it comes with, you're going to want more batteries because the camera goes through the battery life just because it produces such a high quality content. You can tame down that content level from 8K to 4K or 2K, so on and so forth, and get more life out of your camera. It's not unreasonable, the battery life, but when you're using it to its max capacity, its max capabilities, it will eat through the batteries. With all that being said, is this the right camera to purchase? And the answer is yes, but only if you're using this camera professionally. Maybe you're making money with this camera, or your business is using this camera. It really makes sense if you can derive an income from the camera, or maybe money's not an object for you and you don't mind that it's so expensive. You just want the best quality picture and video. If that's you, then yes, this camera is the best. It is the top of the line. It is the best camera that you can get from Canon right now in the RF series. It is a phenomenal camera. If that's you, yes, it's a great camera. If you're looking to save money, there's other cameras that maybe you don't need enough megapixels to blow it up and put it on a billboard, or maybe you don't need 8K footage. Maybe you don't need all that. Then there's plenty of other options out there with Canon cameras. Even in the R series, the mirrorless series, there's a lot of other great options out there. But if you're somebody who needs that high quality footage, that 8K footage, that needs the 45 megapixels, if you need that, this is a great camera to get and you're not gonna regret picking it up. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe.